my name is Adria and welcome to my vlog. So today I'm going to be talking about going with the flow. Okay, so one of my personality traits is that I'm very planned. I like things organized. I have a certain way things should be in my head, and it's a good trait because it keeps you focused on your goals. But on the downside of it can keep you not really flexible and you're not really open to change. I remember during my national youth service, I planned to serve in Lagos State. Trust me, I had it all planned out. Me and my gangs, me and my friends, we were going to turn up in Lagos camp. Then when I got my letter, God, I was posted to Anambra. God, my heart sank, like literally. So I took my things and went to Anambra. God, that 3 weeks in camp was like the most miserable experience ever because my mind was so stuck on being in Lagos. So when I look back at it, I still ended up being in Lagos, but the 3 weeks I spent in camp, I was totally miserable. I didn't make new friends, I didn't explore Anambra. And looking back, I'm like, God, there were so many things I could have done in Anambra State. There's so many people I could have met. And for me, like, for the past 2 years, a lot of things haven't gone exactly the way that I planned. You know, some things have just gone haywire. And I can't even count sometimes how many times I had to press like the panic button and I'm like, oh my God, like what's happening, literally. And I spend a lot of my time being frustrated, sometimes being really sad, and sometimes I lose my temporary sanity because like you're trying to control everything and it's not just working out the way that you plan. And at some point, I got really so fed up with anything like that because I was so unhappy. So I made up my mind, you know what, I'm going to change this. You know, I can't actually live with this. I'm going to live with this. Maybe I'll probably like drop dead at some point because my heart will be beating so fast. And so I decided that, you know what, I'm going to start small. It wasn't very easy, especially when you have a personality trait that is very planned like mine. Trust me, it's not very easy. So the first thing I did is I'm going to be sharing some tips that helped me, and I hope it will help you as well too. So the first thing I did was I made up my mind that there's some things I cannot change because it's just life. You know, some things just happen. Unexpected things happen. Things that you have no control over happen. So my tip is I try as much as possible to do the best that I can. And once I've done my best, I let it go. You know, there's some times when because my personality trait is to be more or less like a control freak. I'm not like that anymore anyway. But I used to always like to control people, and I'm like, why don't you behave like this? Why are you not like that? And I've learned that will keep you being miserable as well too. So I've learned to really accept people for who they are, you know, and once I can't accept you for who you are, I leave you in peace. And secondly, every time I go through something that is unexpected, not planned, my first response is that I panic, trust me. And I found out that every single time when I panic, God, I make a complete mess of the situation. So I found a coping mechanism. Anytime something happens that I haven't planned for or I didn't expect, the first thing I do is I just take a deep breath. Like, I just calm myself down. And I try as much as possible to just, at that moment, just live in the moment, you know. When I think about it later on, you know, a solution will come, or maybe days later on, I found that once I'm stable enough and make better decision, I have clear judgment about what to do next about my situation. Then thirdly, I would say do not be afraid to start over. What I mean is, if plan A doesn't work, plan B will work. If plan B doesn't work, plan C will work. Trust me, you know, trust me, there's some times when your plans don't work out, not because you're not focused enough, or life just happens sometimes, you know. And at that particular time, life may just be telling you, you know what, dream a new dream. You know what, take up a new opportunity. You know what, take up a new challenge. Dream bigger, you know, and just try again. And this time, I always say something to myself. I say, Adrian, you haven't failed. You've just not found a way to succeed yet. My fourth point is I try to embrace change. Yes, I remember one time my best friend, she got married, and we used to literally do everything together, like go to the malls together, going to school together, and it was like a huge change for me, you know, just trying to do things by myself without her. But I found out that I opened my heart to meeting new people, new opportunities, and trust me, I have some best friends that I've had like for the past 2 years, and it was just because I was just open enough to meet new people. The thing about life is constantly evolving, and you must evolve with life. You know, things change. Change is not necessarily a bad thing. If you embrace it, it might turn out to be one of the most amazing things that could ever happen to you. Then lastly, I would say be positive. Every time something happens to me, my new philosophy is, Adriel, nothing is happening against you. Everything is working together for you. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how difficult it may seem. Nothing is working against me. You know, I have that stored up in my head right now. I'm like, you know what? If something doesn't go the way that I planned, I think something better will come up. And once you stay positive, trust me, your situation takes a new perspective. You alone you will know something has changed on the inside of you. I think just seeing life from a positive perspective, it's so healthy. It takes a lot of pressure away from you. It takes a lot of struggle away from you, because you know that somehow things are just going to work itself out. If you don't remember anything, I want you to remember this. Going with the flow doesn't mean that you're just passive, you're not working out hard on your dreams or whatever. It means that when things happen that you do not plan, they're unexpected. It means that you are flexible, you're adaptable. You know, you just go with the flow and you have that perspective that things are eventually going to work out. I have to leave you now, so I'll see you next month. So please don't leave without subscribing to my channel. Don't leave without following me on Instagram at Adriel Kweku. I love you and have a great day.